Hello, beautiful, amazing, fantastic world, and you, beautiful, beautiful individual. Today, I would like to speak about the spark within you is never gone, disappeared. It is either dormant or, well, you have just not become aware of it yet. It takes time to truly, well, come into the spark, the flame of inner life. And when you sit still, when you are completely still in meditative state consciously, and you are actively perceiving, you are here. You're not trying to dissolve, you're not trying to disappear anywhere. You are here and observing, feeling, sensing, and are within your body in anything that happens around us. That is how we come to participate with our surroundings and within our body. That is also how you bring life to your everyday present moments, is by becoming aware and using your spirit by being active in the moment with any single. When I do like this, I look around me to. It's not that I roll my eyes, just to be aware. I'm very self-aware in this moment. But being aware of what happens around us and having this fire of life. It is all about being able to, well, not for me to give you constantly firewood so you can fire your stove, but bring you the tools so you can bring firewood and fire up your own stove from your own inner being. That is what we are trying to achieve, aspire to. The inner flame, the spark, that stove, it is all about filling the stove with wood, in the symbolic speaking, in that we assimilate and we absorb and learn and study life and getting to know it truly in its depth and width. And when we do so, we bring life. I like to use this saying that Rudolf Steiner uses often. Like John said in the beginning, and now in this present time it has been added something. John said, "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word became flesh." And now we add, "and the flesh will again become spirit." That is what we are trying to achieve, so that our word, our flesh can again become spirit. We are trying to build up to achieve becoming higher beings. But it is not something that can be achieved in this lifetime alone. It requires many lifetimes and to truly not only knowing about reincarnation in concepts, but truly getting to know it and to realize it, so that we can again connect to the stream that allows you to put in use all the past life experiences you've had. It brings about a deeper foundation for you as an individual human being. You have gone through many types of lifetimes. Try to reflect on your own life in this life. Is often a repetition of your past life. So how many friend groups have you been with? How many friends have come and gone in and out of your life? How many different situations have circulated and been changed and shifted in your life? The more you have experienced them, if you kind of feel tired and you kind of feel more or less like an old person already in your young age because of all of this, is because you have paid a lot of karma in this life. A lot of karma. It is for you so that the mist, the fog, the clouds can be cleared so you can have a clear conscious path for your own. The more you clear the karma, the more clear the skies become. The karma is the clouds that hinders you to have a true communion, intimate communion with the divine. The more you want to, wish to, long to pay all of that, all of the amends we need to do here, and also unfolding our potential, it will become a perfect balance. We will not be overwhelmed by karma. We will not be overwhelmed by such things. Not if we truly long to, well, go through all of it. It is all about having that resolve and longing for the divine. That is at least how I see things and how I operate from day to day. And the more you speak about it, the more you do it. The more you do it, the more you speak about it. It is kind of a blessed circle in that regard. It is all about finding that snowball effect, more or less. Because the more you grow and study and understand, the more you can study, the broader becomes the horizon. And it is never ever an end to it. That is the beauty, and that is also why we need to realize reincarnation and the many streams of lifetimes, because then you will not be in such a hurry anymore. Then you will not feel stressed and concerned and in fear of life because you haven't achieved this and this and this at this time. And it is no, it is no manuscript. Not at all. Don't be pressured by what others believe is the purpose of life. Everyone has their unique, individual path, you know? And not everyone is meant to settle down with a family. Some are meant to cultivate something creative, something artistic, something amazing. And the families, they are already amazing. They are kind of sacred. So that we don't touch that. Seriously, that is a choice they have made and we bless them. We are grateful for that. We need new life into the world, right? So those that have not settled down with families and such have an active role to play in that regard, you see. And it is all about having a certain resolve and aspiration in life and in the many lives to come. How far can you aspire with your inner being? How far can you develop so towards the future? How far ahead can you be ready? The further you prepare, the longer you will stay in the spiritual world before you come down into the earth again. The less you have done in this lifetime with your spiritual, within your inner being, with your soul and spirit, the less time you will use in Kamaloka, the less you will change in the spiritual world. You see, the longer you are in the spiritual world, the longer you spiritualize the longer you are in the higher realms, taking in what they have to teach you and what you have to go through before you go down to earth, changing as a person, as a personality, as an individual. And that is why we actively use our spirit to think with pure spiritual thinking, observing and participating in our feelings. That is more a passive thing, of course. We are observers and feelers, are sensors of our feelings, trying to understand and decipher them. They are not always as easy to understand because they are, well, a little dreamy. Our thinking is fully conscious. Our emotions are dreamy. They are more sensations and, but they are still very clear. They are very, very clear and honest. And then we have our will, which we are sleeping to. That is why we need to be conscious to our thinking and master our thinking so that we can allow ourselves to master our whole being, because we need thinking to, be able to master and to understand emotions and feeling. And then we need our feeling to put into action certain things so that it becomes worthwhile doing so. It is all about purifying our being to make it right, to find out where we are meant to put our being and our effort, right? And it is what we ourselves individually choose for ourselves. No one else can choose for us individually. We are living with ourselves 24/7. And no one else is doing so unless you are married. But as I said, that is of a separate matter. That is a different path to go. Does not mean that they are excluded from spiritual work, of course, but they are given leniency in a sense, because their spiritual work truly is about, well, raising a child. So by becoming truly aware of yourself, that inner spark, and having a, well, will to live, a longing to live, you wake up in the morning and have that fire to live. That is what you are. That is what at least I am working upon giving myself. And it has worked wonder so far, because using yourself actively for good or for ill, it is all about that choice. When you sit still and meditate and think actively, are you thinking about disdain and hatred and things that is of problems and so on? Or are you trying to come to a comprehension of, let's say, our physical, astral, etheric, and ego, the spiritual realm around us, maybe the individual human being, maybe the soul spirit behind the physical form of the human being, like Michaelic thinking, for example. You see how many there you can completely go far away from what is problems, challenges, hindrances, because what you cultivate will as a result overcome it, because those are strengths that will be of highest importance in the future, standing strong within your individual morality and love, despite all of the pain and sufferings, and to work upon bringing love and upliftment and healing to the world and yourself. So instead of focusing on how to win over evil, we do cultivate things that will automatically win over evil, you see, by living that way. And by doing so also, and also be aware of the immoral and the degrading and the dark, but not be obsessed with it. It is all about being aware and what they're doing and what results come out of where they are strongest and so on. And not judge it, just observing it and be aware, so that we can cultivate what is necessary for the future and to, well, strengthen the world temple, so that no brick can be brought down by any hurricane or any storm. Stand strong in the love and the brotherly and sisterly community we are building. The building of me understanding you because I wish to, I long to, I want to. And you wish to understand me because you wish to, you long to. We use me and you as an example here because it is me and you here and now, right? And I think I will leave you with this. So you keep cutting that wood so you can bring to your stove, and may you be blessed, protected, guided, and loved by Father, Holy Spirit, Christ, Michael, the higher hierarchy, the ancestors of all, the ancestors and ancient masters of all, and may you find your unique individual path. I love you so much. Thank you. Goodbye.